Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the 1804 show. I'm your host, Dollar Will, and here's episode 18. Yeah, we finna get educational, because it's important. It is very important that we get this episode one of my best ones. Trying to get everybody in. How y'all doing? Finna play my song of the episode, so hope y'all like it. I've been listening to it all day, so it's just really been like one of those good mood songs that just moves your spirit. So here we go. If it let me play it. All right. It's my track right here.
The secret is I'm actually broken. I tried to raise a healing kneeling at the edge of the ocean. Somebody said it saves lives. Who holds my hand tonight? I think the glass half full. Who bring me back to Inglewood? I shouldn't believe this good. Holy conundrum. And a prayer to hope the bank account wishing both for my loved ones. Tell them no name still ain't got no money. Tell them no name almost passed out drinking. Secret is she really think it saves lives. Somebody hit D'Angelo, I think I need him on this one. Brothers and sisters, mamas, cousins, uncles, everyone missing somebody. Dancing daylight. I know everyone goes someday. I know my body's fragile, know it's made from clay. But if I have to go, I pray my soul is still eternal. And my mama don't forget about me. I pray my mama don't forget about me. I pray my granny don't forget about me. I know everyone goes someday. I know my body's fragile, know it's made from clay. But if I have to go, I pray my soul is still eternal. And my mama don't forget about me. I pray my mama don't forget about me. I pray my daddy don't forget about me.
Hey, what's up, love? I see you.
Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Change my city titties 13K. They're pretty cost these days.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. It's gonna be a real deep episode.
Welcome to Beverly Hills. Welcome to Vicodin. I took the pills. I think they save lives. I just hope that they right. All I am is everything and nothing at all. All I am is shelter for your heart to remain.
And this song fire. I love this song.
All I am is I know everyone goes someday. I know my body's fragile, know it's made from clay. But if I had to go, I pray my soul was heavy.
What's up, Broly?
I pray my mama don't forget.
Long time no see.
I pray my granny don't forget about me. I know everyone goes someday. I know my body's fragile.
I just love the positive vibes from this song, man. Like, it's just so beautiful. Okay. Yeah, that was that one track, No Name, Don't Forget About Me. Check it out. Download it. Apple Music, Tidal, all the good music platforms, man. I love it. Nah, but I got some things to say. You know, I've been like seeing a lot of people's comments and stuff like that, and about Black History Month, talking about, what's the importance of it and why it's celebrated in February. And I thought I would go live, well, on the show to give y'all some history behind that and the importance of it because, we really take a lot for granted. We really don't understand where we at and how good we got it. And we got to make sure that this is something that we pass on to the next generation, man, because they're really trying to make it become extinct in these schools. And it's just really important that we keep in mind that we had to fight for the privileges and the opportunities that we have today. So I'm going to be reading just here and there. So please bear with me. I thought I'd get a little educational this episode. Hey, what's up, bro? Can't see everybody because I'm blind. Let me see, put my glasses on. Donzel, what's good, man? I feel like I'm somebody. Donzel, CEO, taps in. Okay. Well, basically, Black History Month was originally called Negro History Week. It was celebrated for a week. It began 1926. And Carter G. Woodson, born 1875, died 1950. And he was the precursor to Black History Month. Was created in 1926 in the United States when historian Carter G. Woodson and the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History announced the second week of February to be Negro History Week. A lot of people don't know that. This week was chosen because it coincided with the birth of Abraham Lincoln on February 12th and of Frederick Douglass on February 14th. Both of which dates Black communities have celebrated together since the 19th century. Negro History Week was the center of the equation. The thought process behind the week was never recorded, but scholars acknowledge two reasons for its birth, recognition, and importance. Woodson felt deeply that at least one week would allow for the general movement to become something annually celebrated. Also, after the 10-year long halt to successfully complete his Journal of Negro Week, he realized this subject deserved to resonate with a greater audience. So basically, he pretty much felt like we wasn't getting our credit, we wasn't getting our praises due, so he wanted us to be commemorated for our accomplishments. Because again, we done so much in this country. We have contributed, we have fought in every war that was in the United States. From the Revolutionary War, the Indian War, the Civil War, the Gullah Wars. We fought in every war in this country. And we never get any recognition. And I feel like, us as Black people and everything, whatever you want to call yourself, we very patriotic. We are very devoted to our country, even though our country haven't, matched our love and appreciation, but we have given a lot to this country, and we need to recognize that. We need to get recognized for our achievements and our warriorship and everything else, because we don't. But let me continue on. From the advanced initial phrase, primary analysis was placed on encouraging the coordinate teaching of the history of Black Americans in the nation's public schools. The first Negro History Week was met with a lukewarm response, gaining the cooperation of the Departments of Education of the states of North Carolina, Delaware, and West Virginia, as well as the city school administrations of Baltimore and Washington, D.C. Despite this far from universal observance, the event was regarded by Woodson as one of the most fortunate steps ever taken by the association in plans for a repeat for the event on an annual basis. Continue appraise. So basically, we was finally given our first week, and it took practically 50 years for it to become Black History Month, because of President Gerald Ford changed it to a month rather than a week. But we celebrate Black History Month because of Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. And, history pretty much, paint them in a good light, especially Abraham Lincoln, but we'll get into that later. But it just be killing me how people just be very disrespectful. You get Black people with these memes, and every time it's Black History Month, it's Martin Luther King and, just anybody else. Like, you see them on club flyers, you see them with gold fronts in their mouth and all this other stuff. And that's disrespectful, man. I'm not going to go on a tangent a little bit or anything like that. It really pains me that these men died for us, and then we disrespect them. It's bad enough that, racist whites disrespect our heroes and our monarchs, but we disrespect them too. It makes you feel like they died for nothing, and that we don't appreciate our freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, it was really worse. It was really bad. It was, it was hell being Black. Oh, well, being colored, a Negro back then, especially like in Jim Crow days, and we take a lot for granted. We don't appreciate the sacrifices that they made. A lot of people have to die so we can live in privilege, with fairness, with gratitude, with respect. And that just really be killing me. Just people just be taking this shit for granted and don't, pay homage to the ancestors. And we got to start paying homage to the ones who died, who gave their lives and everything. And just this past election, it was just a lot of buck dancing, a lot of cooning and all this other stuff. And little do they know that the Democrats was the ones that started the Ku Klux Klan. They didn't want Black people voting. After the so-called Emancipation Proclamation, we was allowed to vote. Even though it took a while, it took a long time for some laws to pass, but we was able to vote. And then, the Southerners didn't like that. So they created the Ku Klux Klan. But it was a lot of Democrats who created the Ku Klux Klan and terrorized, African Americans, and by violence and intimidation, lynchings, and all this other stuff. And all we do is shit on our ancestors and shit on the people that cared about us the most, because they died for what they believed in. They died in order for us to do the things that we do, you know, and speak so openly and be confident and be proud to be black, you know. And it just really frustrates me how people just don't care, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know, every other race can be happy and be appreciative of their heritage, but when it comes to us, a lot of us don't care. A lot of us laugh. A lot of us, you know, forget about where we came from because we want to fit in with the dominant society. And I just think that when it came down to integration, it really messed us up when it came down to integration, because when we were segregated as a people, I feel like we did a lot better. You know, we was homeowners, we was landowners, we had our own businesses. It was so many black-owned businesses back in those days that they don't tell you about. Even though it was like, you know, Jim Crow and all that other stuff, like we had our own stores, we had our own hospitals, doctor's offices, a little bit of everything that you can imagine, because we took care of each other, we looked out for each other. And all we do now is, you know, we would spend our dollars and to anybody else but our own. And to me, I feel like that's totally wrong, you know, and it's totally backwards. That's why we don't have nothing. And this is not about, you know, being racist or anything. It's the truth. We don't have anything of our own. We don't have anything to leave our children behind, because we so busy making everybody else rich. We so busy buying Gucci. We busy buying Prada. We busy buying Louis. We busy, you know, buying all these things that we don't need. You know what I'm saying? All we doing is creating debt, but we're not creating generational wealth. And that's why I started this show, because it's mine. And I'm going to pass it down to, hopefully, when I have a son, you know, he going to get this show. Or my nephew or my godson, somebody is going to get it passed on, you know, so they can pass it on. You know how old these corporations and these channels and stuff like that we watch, like CBS? You know, I'm finna look up how old CBS is, when CBS was created. CBS been around for a long time. Give me a second. Well, CBS been around since 1930. CBS. And it's still going strong. And it first aired when Martin Luther King was born, the same day Martin Luther King was born, January 15th, 1929. And it was founded September 18, 1927 by Arthur Judson. Can you imagine? CBS, that's how old CBS is. And it's still going strong. We don't have nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? BET is only 40 years, you know, over 40 years old. Bounce is only like, 10 years old? But that's what I'm talking about. Like, stuff like that, CBS. You know, we making them rich. But every time we watch CBS, they get a check. They get royalties. But we don't get nothing. Because we don't own nothing. You know what I'm saying? We don't own BET no more. Viacom owns BET. You know what I'm saying? They're like, we don't have nothing. And it's just sad. It's sad because, like, I feel like we're at the bottom of the totem pole, but we walk around and act like we're on top. And we are. We are, the shit. Everybody wants our culture. They taking our culture now. We had the best fashion, the best music. They took our music. There's no more R&B like that. It's just pop. But we created rock and roll. We created country. We created jazz. We created every musical genre. Whether you know it or not. But it's just, people don't want to acknowledge it. People don't want to appreciate. Like, hip-hop was started by a black woman. It was. The songs like, the trap songs and the crunk stuff and whatever y'all listen to, it was started by a black woman. But right now, we got, the black rappers, sending negative messages out there. And rap these days has caused a lot of people's demise, whether if it was, dead or in jail. And we don't show gratitude. We don't show appreciation. We don't even try to pass the torch. You know what I'm saying? The old rappers hating on the new rappers and new rappers hating on the old rappers. And we don't even pass the torch. And that's wrong to me. Because if anything, like, you should always pay homage to the people that paved the way, but also the people that paved the way should always pass the torch. Because not everybody is ignorant and not everybody is out to make someone look bad. And I just think that we need to really start showing that we appreciate the things that our ancestors did for us. Because we don't. I always, try to educate people. And last year, I put a whole 28 days of Black History. And my own people attacked me. I had so many people attack me because I'm so passionate about who I am and what I am and what color I am. And they hate when you do that. They hate when you show pride, when you show all this other stuff. But a Ku Klux Klan member could stand in front of City Hall and say who he hate and nothing happens to him. He gets to go home for dinner after he insults us. And anybody else, he gets to go home and eat dinner. But we will kill our own brother. We would disrespect our own sister. And to me, that's hypocritical. That's not right. And we need to really start taking accountability for the things we do. At some point, it's not always like the white man. We can't keep blaming the white man for everything when we do some fucked up shit too. We hurt each other. We kill each other. We scam each other. We scandalous, you know what I'm saying, amongst each other too. And I can admit I wasn't perfect, and I'm still not perfect. But when I'm wrong, I can admit when I'm wrong. It may take me a while, but I was raised a certain way, just like we all was raised a certain way. Everybody wasn't raised like me, and I wasn't raised like you. So, if anything, I just want to try to educate people and try to, bring people together with my platform. I believe in myself. I believe in the cause. I believe in the spiritual awareness and the mental awareness. I believe that I will make a difference. Cause shit, I'm not gonna be somewhere getting my head beat in by a police officer because people want to march and everybody didn't march. Everybody wasn't outside, you know what I'm saying, to make a difference. It took some people that was in the background making things happen. Hey, Brittany, how you doing? But everybody just think that everyone marched with Dr. King and everybody got their brains beat out and Bloody Sunday. But it was people behind the scenes making things happen and, talking about racial injustice and, social injustice. And, it was a lot of things that went on. Because back then, like, it was crazy. We had so many race massacres. They say race riots, but they was race massacres. It was race massacres because those communities that they burned down and terrorized never got rebuilt. It's only a riot when something can get rebuilt, when it was evidence that it existed, but those things never existed again. Those things ain't never got rebuilt. So I can't say a riot, but a massacre was everything burned down and never was seen again. That's a massacre. And then when you have, this thing about the police, I don't hate all cops. I don't have any beef with cops. But I know what they originated. They originated with the slave catchers, with the paddy wagons. They was hunting us when we ran away. They was never fit to protect us. But I don't knock any good cops. I know some good cops out there. I love anybody who does their job. I had a cop save, couple cops save me before. And it just, when you have cops, back in them days, that was supposed to protect us, was a part of the Klan and part of the race massacres. Like, they was helping these white vigilantes gun us down. I can't stomach that thought. And then here we are, 2021. It's just the same thing. When they gunning us down, like, we not respected. Male or female, we're not respected. And it's like, I didn't ask to be a black man. I was born this way. And then you have, little boys who grow up with toxic mothers, and she's just talking about how much niggas ain't shit and fuck these niggas, I'ma dog these niggas out. And then he gonna grow up to be a black man, so he looking at that like, damn, like, that's what to come? It's just scary. It's really scary. We don't even sit down and have these conversations no more. Because we feel like we made it. I'm one of the exceptions, but you're not. You're not. Because no matter how much money you got, where you live, where you sleep, what clothes you wear, you still a tool. So you're no different from me. we all got on the same page and just put our differences aside, because everybody wants to be right. And not everybody wants to come together, but everybody wants to be right. Everybody want their philosophy to be right. But if we all came together, we would take this over. You know, and I just feel we are the best of the best. Because whatever they threw at us, they never won. You know what I'm saying? They only went in financially and systematically, but they're not winning with everything else. You know, it just, I feel like we losing because we divide ourselves on purpose. You know, you never heard a Christian arguing with a Catholic or arguing with a Mormon or anybody else that practice a different religion. They look at it like, hey, we white. But blacks, we beef with Christians, Hebrew Jews, someone who practice Muslim, and it's crazy. We beef because we hate. You know what I'm saying? We hate ourselves, you know, in a way. Like, and everybody talking about this curse thing with the Deuteronomy chapter 28. You know, I think it's always been like that. We always hurt ourselves in the long run because we don't know how great we are. We don't know how powerful we are. And yes, you know, they bring up the, you know, Martin Luther King, I have a dream speech and this and that. But Martin Luther King was planning on something big. That's why he was assassinated. He wasn't going along with the flow. But they bring up the I have a dream speech to tarnish his legacy, because that's not everything that he did. You know what I'm saying? He was a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and he, you know, met with Elijah Muhammad, and he was organizing the Poor People's Campaign. You know, it's so much about Dr. King that they don't tell you. They only tell you the things that they want you to know. And then Jackie Robinson, you know what I'm saying, he was a civil rights leader too. But his brother, Mac Robinson, was one of the best athletes in UCLA history. But they don't really, you know, tell you all that. And then the thing is, you know, for the women, you know, a lot of people don't really know what Harriet Tubman did. They just know that she was a slave and that she, you know, got free, became a conductor on the train. But, you know, Harriet Davis, the real Harriet Tubman, didn't do none of that stuff. But, you know, I rest my case. But a lot of the books is lying. You know, a lot of the books are lying. And it's up to us as the OGs now, man, to teach these little kids that's coming up the truth, man. We got to teach these little kids about what really happened to our people, man. Because, like I said, I'm not racist. I have white friends and we cool, you know. But I'm not no fool. I'm not no idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think about if it was like 1965, 1966, Will they still be my friends? Will they still communicate with me like they do now? Or will they be beating my ass because I'm black? Like I said, I'm not racist. I'm just saying, like, that's what happened. And it's still happening. We just don't know it yet. You know how they, drug old boy in Texas, Jasper, Texas? That wasn't that long ago. The lynching with Michael Donald, that wasn't so long ago. They still hanging us on trees in 2020 and 2021. They still lynching us. Like, they would do and find anything not to give us justice, not to give us some closure. They would go into looking at, well, let's check out the toxicology report. What was he on? Was he high? Was he drunk? Was he, doped up and everything like that? They were trying to find out if we were sober or not after we die. And I can't respect that. I can't. Everybody else can have empathy when they get killed, and their families can have empathy. But when it comes to us, they will find one of the most incriminating pictures that we take. They will find a picture of us at the club with gold teeth in our mouth and a blunt in our hand and a bottle to our lips. When we get killed, to try to convince the general public that we was hoodlums and we're thugs and we deserve to die. And that really hurts. Because, like, I'm a citizen. I'm an American. That hurts. Like, we're not treated fairly. We are destroyed before we even come into the world. Depending on what kind of parent you have, and like, they mess us up. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, mug shots too. But when somebody else get arrested, they show them smiling. They show them, not at their worst day, but they will show us what we least expected. So it's just that we are destroyed before we even grow up, before we even know what all this means. A lot of people don't know about white supremacy. What I'm saying? That's the most powerful religion on this planet, is white supremacy. A lot of people won't even know what I mean. Because in the Western hemisphere, where we at, everybody's white. Everybody was white in the Bible, And you got these countries that's populated with melanin people, but they white in the Bible. They white in the Bible movies. They white, and church. And I know, what I'm saying? I'm not being racist, but I'm just saying, like, they've been destroying us psychologically ever since we was born. Before we was born, they've been messing us up. Like, what's really the truth? What's really going on here? Like, they really tricked us and flipped our whole history. They took our history from us. Because everybody isn't who you think they are. Everybody that's the so-called this and that, they're not who they are. They're not the originals. And I'm going to just leave it that. Just go back and look at the paintings on the wall, and you will see what I'm talking about. But anywho, they've just been destroying us psychologically. And all depends of where you grew up at and in your environment and your upbringing was, if you came from a single parent home and no father around, like you was already considered a threat. Because when the government has to be the dad, be the father figure, then the kid's going to rebel. And rebellion means, well, I'm going to be a product of my environment. I'm going to go rob, I'm going to steal, I'm going to shoot, I'm going to hurt somebody. I'm going to have many babies that my daddy did and then his daddy did. You know what I'm saying? It's a domino effect. It's sad. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? And we just need to have the knowledge of certain things so we can try to prevail and try to prevent future atrocities like we do now. It's crazy, like, how many women was sterilized, how many sterilizations it was in the black communities. Like, they didn't want us to procreate. They didn't want us to have babies. Javon, no disrespect, bro, but you always come on my live saying that. Just do your research, bro. That's all I gotta say. See, I'm just trying to be nice. I'm trying to be cool, but we are, we two different people, man. Like I said, everybody don't have to agree with me. Everybody can disagree. We can agree to disagree. I still love you, bro. You still my brother, in the race. Yes, but I'm speaking in general. I'm not speaking in absolutes. I came from a single parent household too, but I'm just speaking statistically, bro. But other than that, it's just really bad when they didn't want us to procreate. We didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine? You go get surgery and then you come out, your tube's tied, you get a hysterectomy that you didn't ask for. They was doing that to a lot of women in poor, impoverished communities back in the 50s and 60s. A lot of women was sterilized. And shit. I can't even get it out. It's so crazy. But there's a lot of things that us men went through. There's a lot of things that women went through. And I think we need to quit trying to be in competition of who suffered the most. Because we both suffered the most. Even children suffered the most. They were hanging all of us. We used to all die together. Shoot, they was hanging, anybody. You know how many stories that it was that they killed kids? They fed kids to alligators. Babies. If that ain't plain evil, I don't know what is. But yeah, we keep on doing their dirty work. We keep killing each other. We keep hating on each other and all this other stuff. And a lot of people just tell me, like, you need to get out of Saginaw. Nobody fucks with you for real, and this and that. And I tell them, like, take that negativity somewhere else, because at the end of the day, I don't need validation. My work will expose it all. You know, and I didn't get into this for clout. I didn't get into this for validation. I got into this to leave something behind. It's to help people. Because regardless of what people say and think about me, like, they haven't done what I've done in a month. I've done a lot in a month. I ain't think I was going to do. I ain't think I was going to ever, be able to do something like this and meet a lot of people and teach a lot of people as well. But watch, somebody gonna, steal my ideal or steal my platform or whatever. They're coming for me, but I'm in God's hands. Always been in God's hands. I've been through worse with my life, and I don't run. I don't back down from nobody. Because I have the spirit of the ancestors in me, and they guided me, and God has just have given me this power, this strength to withhold all negativity and all distractions and whatever decide to try to cloud my judgment. But at the end of the day, we really just got to keep this Black History stuff going. Like I said, I don't know everything myself, but I've been teaching myself and learning about new topics and new subject matters and new things about people that was in school. But education is a never-ending journey. It's a forever, track meet. You just keep running, with your brain and stuff like that. And I appreciate being Black, and I love being Black. I love my Black people, man. We just need to get to the point where we love ourselves too, and keep that same energy. See? Yeah, I think I gotten everything that I wanted to say out. But yeah, that includes the 1804 show, episode 18. I got more interviews coming. I got, big plans, big stuff, and everything is about to go down. But yeah, everyone take care. Thank you all for watching. Everybody who commented, everybody who shared, everybody who liked the video. Again, I appreciate y'all. Love and honesty and respect and just the support, man, just really warms my heart. Because I do this for y'all. I don't do this for me. I do this for y'all. Excuse me. But yeah, I do this for y'all. And just keep it locked. And be expecting the next episode. I got a special treat for you. Episode 19. So, peace.